As a little girl, I would constantly watch VHS tapes of classic Disney princess movies. Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid. You name it, I've watched it. And I would go to my parents and I would say, when I grow up, I want to be a Disney princess. I mean, who wouldn't want to be? They got to live in huge castles, wear big poofy dresses. They had animal sidekicks. And above all, they found their love in just over an hour. You think I'm kidding? Cinderella literally met Prince Charming once, and by the end of the movie, they're married. Now, that was younger me. I now know that people can't just grow up to be Disney princesses, but I still wish that I could find true love in just over an hour. Life is difficult, it's hard, it's busy. There's the talking, the texting, the waiting, the flirting, the wondering if they even find you attractive. Wouldn't it be great if people were instantly attracted to you? Well, here's the good news. Perhaps unlocking your inner Disney princess could unlock your happily ever after. And for the lads, you can become a Disney princess as well. So how are you going to do this? Well, we're going to use psychology to our advantage. I'm going to teach you 5 psychological factors of attraction that might lead you to your happily ever after in just over an hour. So the first factor that we'll talk about is the proximity principle. Basically, this principle states that individuals tend to be more attracted to others in close proximity to them. We can see that Ariel definitely understands this here. Here, she increased her physical proximity. So physical proximity is the physical closeness of one person to another. While you don't have to do what she's doing, please don't, you can definitely do this by maybe living in the same city, going to the same university, or attending the same lecture. And we can't forget about functional proximity. So functional proximity is defined by actual social interactions rather than just physical distance. So apparently, you have to talk to them. Who knew? So proximity in general sets out the scene for other factors of attraction, such as familiarity. With more proximity, you increase your familiarity after repeated exposures. In general, people tend to be more attracted to others that they find familiar. This makes sense evolutionarily, since familiar stimuli seem to be safe and comforting, while unfamiliar stimuli could bring danger. And this was shown in the mere exposure effect. After participants were exposed to a stimulus just once or twice, they still rated it as familiar and thus more attractive. We can see this in Disney Princesses, Sleeping Beauty, where Aurora literally meets the prince once upon a dream, and the next thing you know, they're in love. Next, we have 2 factors of attraction that go hand in hand: self-disclosure and reciprocity. So self-disclosure involves sharing one's thoughts, goals, fears, ambitions, and receiving non-judgmental empathy. Easy, right? Well, I don't suggest you go tell a stranger on the bus that you dream of getting into med school. It's just a way of increasing your attraction. One caveat to this, though, is that self-disclosure must be reciprocated, because when someone's sharing their thoughts, they get a sense of being vulnerable. And if it's not reciprocated, then they get a sense of being taken advantage of. So self-disclosure isn't the only thing that involves reciprocity. The act of knowing that another person is attractive to you increases attraction itself. So simply, I like you because you like me. So when it comes down to it, just tell them that you find them attractive. And finally, we have the factor of attraction that is similarity. So in general, people tend to be more attracted to others that share similar thoughts, views, and goals. This is because it creates the basis of a relationship that can be enjoyed by both parties. Now, I know you've all heard that saying, opposites attract, but there's more to the saying. Dissimilar individuals can find each other attractive just as long as these dissimilarities complement each other. So let's take Beauty and the Beast, for example. Belle was nurturing, while the Beast liked to be nurtured. So the underlying similarity is nurture. So now that I taught you these 5 psychological factors of attraction, go out there and find your true love. Perhaps you can find them in just over an hour. Thank you.